Stop. Just building a greenhouse. What are you doing? Well, another day, another lot of dollars going to the Manti greenhouse. So we've got our compost laid out with our mushroom, our steer, our poplar, and now some sandy loam soil. So we have pretty much everything we need for the dirt. The only problem is we're trying to figure out how we're going to get cement poured to make the sweet little cement grow beds and the walls to the greenhouse. So other than that, everything's going great. No big deal. Well, another day with the greenhouse. This was our delivery of trees. I think we have pomegranate, avocados, some banana, mango, a whole bunch of other things we now need to fight to keep alive between now and when the greenhouse is done. And we are still waiting on cement, so we're at least a month away. But pretty exciting nonetheless.
The cement truck arrived. We've only been waiting and waiting and waiting for 4 weeks. It's here. Hooray! It's a beautiful sight. We about gave up hope. They push the button? Yeah? Yeah, they push the button. Pretty awesome.
I must be dreaming because I know this isn't really finally happening.
I know, every day it was supposed to be that day. That day they would come for 4 weeks. Yeah. Oh yes, that would be great. Yeah.
Well, after about a 2-month delay, we got our concrete guys here. Not all their fault. There's a humongous concrete shortage in Utah thanks to a broken plant in Leamington. Not sure what happened there, but I do know that we're 2.5 months into our project, and we are 2 months delayed. So anyway, forms will get set up today, and concrete not scheduled till next week. So hopefully that does happen. I figure once the concrete is up, 2 weeks, the greenhouse will be mostly up. And not necessarily running, but at least all structured up, waiting for the final foam insulation. So that part will go quick. And luckily I do have all of the pieces needed. Splash is first time out at the ranch. Like Sean just said, some of us bring our dogs, sometimes we bring our children. But Becca brings Splash all the way out to Kusharem. No big deal. Taking a cow out to Grass Valley would be like us going and hanging out on a big old field of lasagna. Look at all this food. That was worth the drive. Our family thinks we're crazy.
Look, he's pulling up.
Another day, another silo. Well, I just got home and the concrete guys are ready to rock and roll with some concrete. It's going to be a lot. Each one of these runs is 100 feet. So a 2-foot stem wall times 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet. And then a 6-foot 4-inch wall times 102 feet. So once I get the concrete in, I will be a happy man. The rest of it, this banker can do himself. It's looking pretty massive and exciting. This little pop in the back is where we're going to plant all of our banana trees, banana and pomegranate. So have a really large kind of tropical area. So once the walls are poured, I'll come with the track loader and over the wall and fill in this, take down the trailer park fence and fill dirt in from the back side and fill in that grow bed, as well as at least around 8 inches of good topsoil dirt all across the floor here. So as soon as the concrete guys are out of the way, this will start looking like it's a serious operation. Yes, we are clinically insane. Well, coming off of a major concrete shortage here in Utah due to a broken plant down in Leamington, we finally are now in line for our concrete. So it took us 3 weeks to get our footers, and our footers have been poured for 4 extra weeks. So that puts us at least a month behind schedule on the greenhouse. With that month behind, our plants, all of our tropics look very sketchy, to say the least. But most of what we had ordered and been trying to keep alive are now back ordered. So we made the right choice, even if it was the inconvenient choice. Oh, that is a beautiful sight. I have been anticipating this very moment for a super long time. So we're also kind of lucky to have a pump truck that unfolds the way it does because we have these high transmission wires. So needless to say, putting a greenhouse in the back of your yard in the middle of your orchard next to a fence is not logistically the easiest thing to do. But once he gets that extended, it goes pretty much 100 feet. We're 103 feet, and he's still about 6 feet away. So in a few minutes, the workers over here trying to get mud that extra 10 to 15 feet are not going to be very happy. But I'm happy. I might even be willing to forget my impatient attitude the last 4 weeks. It's been an absolute nightmare. Hey Andy, you don't even have to have a COVID test to come to my tropical jungle. No big deal. Look at this. Now I just got to keep them all alive. We have a lot of money invested in this hole, and we designed it with the concrete in mind. We need that for the back thermal mass, as well as the structure. The metal trusses will sit higher up on the back end and lower on the front end, and that was designed for concrete. Knowing what I know now, I'd still do it that way, but would I have waited an extra summer? Probably. But that looks like a large greenhouse. It's because it is. Without this concrete, we would have been totally messed. And as a side note, check out the temple. Well, we're gonna call this, again, day one. Day one after the concrete is poured and stripped. Fantastic. Except this is pretty much my nightmare. I have 3 sessions converging into chaos. In addition, I've got to pull a water supply and get it underneath the foundation in 3 areas. And I wasn't here when the excavators were digging all this crap up. So we're just gonna hook it together and turn on the water and hope that it is correct. I think it is, but I hate sprinklers. After I get done with this, we'll finally be able to start putting dirt in. So the rest of it will come really quick. I always knew this was gonna be tedious and awful, and here it is.